So I've got a question from somebody who I think they want to remain anonymous. And they say, I keep on trying new things, getting really excited about the thing for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and then I stop learning about it, I stop being excited about it, and I just give it up and I move on to the next thing. And this girl seems to have tried many different things, you know, from all kinds of things like juggling, rowing, archery, business, writing. And with each thing, she gets really excited about it for maybe like a couple of months at the most. And she goes really hard into it. She learns all she can about it. But then a couple of months later, the new thing arrives. And she wants to learn that. And she says, maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm just like so easily distracted by new things that I'll never be able to achieve mastery in any one particular aspect, in any one particular thing. And this is actually a question that hits a bit close to home because this is exactly how I am. I do exactly the same thing. You know, I'll become really passionate about something, really excited, I'll go straight into it, I'll learn everything I can, I'll spend money on new equipment or whatever it is, flying drones, playing guitar. And then a couple of months later, I won't be interested in it anymore. The stuff sits on shelves, it gathers dust, and I move on to the next thing. My perspective on this is going to be quite unexpected, and I'm going to explain why. And I'm going to explain at the end why it's actually not a bad thing at all, but only if you do this one thing, okay? So firstly, yeah, I do exactly the same thing, okay? I try something new, I can very easily get passionate about a new thing, and when I get passionate about that thing, I just want to do 100%, 110% on that thing. You know, let's say if it's juggling, I want to learn every juggling trick out there. I want to, you know, start a YouTube channel where I share my knowledge already, you know. I want to buy ebooks about it, I want to go to juggling conventions, whatever. And that was actually a phase, by the way. For me, I learned how to juggle when I was about 12, and I had a good few months actually where I was obsessed with juggling. I would juggle everything. Now here's why it doesn't really matter. Here's why it's actually a good thing. There are so many people, I would say at least half of the world, who never try new things. They never try new things, even if they get the, you know, they get the itch to try the new thing. Maybe they see like a video of someone doing rollerblading, roller skating, right? And they might have a feeling within them like, oh, that looks quite fun. I wish I could try that. But most people will never try that thing. Most people will not try new things because they're worried about a few things. They're worried that they won't be good at the thing. They're worried that it's not for them, or they're scared, or they just can't be bothered. But the fact that you actually try these new things and get passionate about them, it's a very good skill to have. It's a very good attribute to have because it means you can get passionate about something and give your all to that one thing. You can focus on one thing. So then when you apply that same passion and energy, that same focus to something that you actually want to do, when you learn how to do it, it's going to be very easy for you to channel that focus into one thing. Whereas at the moment, you don't really know what you're doing in terms of your life purpose. Right? You don't really know which thing you want to do forever. But it never works out like that. With purpose, it's always like you try one thing and then that leads you to try something else. And then that new thing introduces you to this person and then they say, come along to try this thing. And it's a very unexpected, windy path that you can never predict. You don't know where that path is going to go. However, you're never going to regret being passionate about something in the moment and going all into that thing. You're never going to regret that, okay? There are never any days when I sit back and think, oh, I wish I didn't fly all of those drones, you know, and oh, I wish I didn't draw pictures for weeks on end. I never regret those things because in the moment I really enjoyed doing them. So, but here's how you balance that out with actually practicality in the real world and actually doing something productive for, you know, for your whole life. What you want to do, you want to pick one or two things that you're going to do forever, even if you don't feel like doing them in the moment. Now, this should not be something random. This should not be something, you know, like a fad or a trend or something that you're not going to be interested in forever. There should be something that it's been proven again and again to be useful and beneficial for anybody's life. A habit that you know, if you stick with it for 20 years, it's going to be beneficial. And here are some examples of those types of habits. Okay, meditation, journaling, exercise, writing. I guess that kind of comes under the same umbrella as journaling. Okay. And learning new things, learning language, learning, health, nutrition, cooking. These types of skills are things that you know for a fact that if you stick with them, even if you start losing interest in them, they're still going to be beneficial to you long term. So you want to pick one of those things. I would suggest actually picking journaling, because when you journal, especially if you journal every day, you get used to the idea of writing down your thoughts and feelings, and then that over time you can look back and see, like, I was having a bad day here, I was having a good day here. You can connect the dots and work out why you felt certain ways on different days. And that's going to be much more beneficial than doing something for 2 months and then giving it up. But I wouldn't suggest that you stop doing that. I would suggest if you feel passionate about one particular thing, even if it's only for a month, you should definitely just go ahead, do that thing, go fully into that thing. And then, you might lose interest and do something else in a couple of months, but at least you were passionate in the moment about that thing. Most people never experience that. So I hope that answers your question. And if you did like this, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.